So good morning everyone. I think first of all I would like to welcome the guest today, Dr. P.K. Rajput, Dr. Garima Sahni, my colleagues Dr. Lalita V. Srivastava and Mr. Gurdeep Singh Rana, faculty and staff members and dear students. I would also like to once again welcome you all to the orientation ceremony of the 2022 batch at Asian School of Business. I was just listening to a speech and watching you all as well. So one thing I noticed commonly on all your faces was there was a lot of inquisitiveness. I think the first day at college, obviously last few months since the time you must have cleared your class 12th, the results were out. You were at your home contemplating which institution would I join eventually, how would I start my graduation journey. So I could see all those feelings on your face. I could see a lot of things that how would my batchmates be, how would my faculties be, how would the institution be as a whole, because up till now you've just been meeting the people at the front office, your counselors, admission managers. But then I don't know how much I can clarify in this particular 5-minute talk of mine, but then I would just say that I would like to assure you that you made the right choice, because we know what we have in store for you over the next 3 years. Advice to you would be only on this front, go with the flow. Just like when you enter a tunnel, you don't see what is on the other side. It just gradually starts to be clear. Same way, enjoy this moment first. I think today is a very, very big day for all of you. The first day at college. I told probably the law wing students also once I met them last month when they were having a similar orientation for them, that you don't remember the first day of your school because you were too young then. Probably your parents do. But all of you would remember this day, which is the first day at college. And when we hear this word college life, I think when I think of my first day at college or my college life, I also feel happy within me. So I think same feeling you will also have within yourself after you clear this 3-year phase. So the first and primary thing should be that you have to enjoy this phase. Enjoyment also has to be understood rightly, because there are certain misconceptions which in my 14 years being associated with this institution, I have seen that people feel that now we are at a certain age, we are now into college. Obviously today it is important to pursue post-graduation, because over here if schooling is thought of as the commencement and post-graduation MBA or whatever you do in the future is considered as the ending part. This forms the core part, the middle part. But then some people feel that this is not that important and probably we'll work very hard at the postgrad level because we will get a job after that or we will do something after that. That's the biggest mistake which they make. Because as they say, the core or this particular middle part of your educational journey. See, the important thing to be understood in the form of an example would be that if you've seen anybody cut a tree, somebody using an axe to do it, probably there are 50 times he's hitting the axe to the bark of the tree to be cut. Though the tree falls on the ground with the last stroke of the axe, but that doesn't mean all the previous ones were not important. So this 3-year phase is also very, very important for you. I would call schooling the foundation. So probably this is the cementification of probably the foundation further, so that eventually when you pursue your post-graduation, or maybe some of you directly start your entrepreneurial ventures after this, you have a very solid start. So just firstly be clear that this phase is to be relished, enjoyed. Yes, just like I feel happy when I think of my college life, you also have to feel happy after 3 years, but then you also have to ensure that this cannot be treated very casually. I've been told that, like I personally know that all of you must be teenagers still. So there are a lot many changes which will happen in your life over the next few years. From kids, like let's be honest, people don't consider school going people very serious. Probably that's the Indian culture. Like he's still in school, that's the tag. He's a school student. Today the tag is changing from school student to a college student, right? Parents will also become more serious towards you. They'll also consider to be more responsible. And probably the tag of a teenager will also be off your shoulder once you pass out from this college in the next 3 years. Some of you are maybe below 18 as well, or about to complete 18 years. Not just we, but then probably the government also would feel the same in terms of empowering you with the voting right. So probably the government also would treat you as responsible adults in the next couple of years. You'll get your driving licenses, the permanent ones. You'll be able to drive a car, another change. Probably you are not legally permitted to work for money anywhere, but then this particular 3-year phase will empower you to do internships, earn stipends. Maybe the first time, like first day at college, maybe the first time you'll earn money with your own effort. That also will be a feeling which will happen within the next 3 years. A lot of freedom coming your way. Maybe some of you have been dropped by your parents in their car to your school. Maybe you were using some cabs. Maybe, I don't know, some people may be using buses as well. But then probably now he has come in college. Probably now he can go on his own. Now he can drive to the college. Now he can use a metro. He can take a cab on his own. So, lot many things in terms of empowering you. Like you'll feel, if you have heard this word, you'll feel as if you have arrived on the scene in the mind of so many people in your family only. A lot of freedom, a lot of new friends. Like today you will be meeting these many people. Not all of them will be able to have interaction with you, but gradually. So new associations, new bonds, new beginnings. There have been so many stories of people meeting in college and creating wonderful success stories on the business front. So many co-founders met during their college days. So I would say that this is a very, very exciting phase for you. Relish it. But don't misuse the kind of freedom, the kind of responsibility which is being showered upon you by so many people, be it the government, be it your parents, be it us, or be it anybody for that matter. Because there's a very thin line between having a good time in your college life, but also progressing further so that the end goal or the end vision is also being met. Being responsible with money as well, because yes, I'm sure all of you will be experiencing that or earning it for the first time in these 3 years phase. Industry exposure for the first time. Probably yes, you must have been to various visits through your school, but you'll be entitled to do a proper internship within this 3-year phase. So you'll be getting the proper exposure of the corporate. So lot many firsts, I would say. So relish it. College life is to be relished, and that's important. I think you people also have lot many advantages according to me, if I see it from my perspective. One is that the location, probably Delhi NCR, where you are getting to study for the next 3 years, also holds a very important advantage, because exposure is immense. People in certain cities do not have the privilege of having the industry exposure, having such prominent people like we have today, getting to meet them on a regular basis, which is a frequent part of Asian School of Business. So I feel that that's again something which is a plus for you. And obviously the kind of competition which you study along with at a place like Delhi NCR is much, much better. So use it to your advantage, and from today start counting the blessings you have rather than counting what you don't have. That's also a perspective to look at life. The other advantage I feel is that there's a huge change in the perception of parents. You must have felt that parents today are also open for their kids to pursue sports. Probably there was a time when people used to feel that if you play sports, there's nothing in terms of a career. But today parents have had a change of mind. Similarly, terms like seed funding, terms like entrepreneurship were very uncommon earlier. But today I think parents have also opened up to it, wherein parents are pushing their students to pursue entrepreneurship. And earlier it was a mindset that you just were vying to firstly give an attempt for a government job, because that was considered maybe 15, 10, 20 years back the most safest bet for some. Otherwise it was like a full-time corporate job that you take up a particular job and then you're safe and sound. So probably the risk of starting your own venture was curtailed only, I would say, by some people who were coming from middle class family backgrounds, because they preferred safety over trying to break the shackles and maybe some success story in their family only being set. But now that's broken. Plus, I would say the government also has been encouraging the same in a major way. Like if you talk about the Startup India campaign by the government of India, seed funding has been offered to young dynamic students with just an idea. Other than that, I would say there are platforms like Shark Tank India, which I think was a very popular television program, which again would be airing the second season very soon. there is an opportunity. Like, you also will be having the privilege of meeting one of the contestants of Shark Tank Season 1 very soon in the next coming days. Again, a youngster, Sahil, who will be here addressing his story to you. So when you meet him, you will be able to relate that he is just few years elder to you, but then he has already been able to present himself at that particular platform and doing good after that. Similarly, this is at the government level or parental level, but at the college level as well, we have our own Edic Cell, which is Entrepreneurship Development and Incubation Center, under which you have already got your first assignment, the Startup Idea of the Year, which I think most of you have submitted wonderful entries. So it's a perfect time for you. Start looking at the advantage that 10 years back, or probably when I was in my college days, if I think that time, there was nothing to do with this word seed funding. There was nothing on the government front. There was nothing in terms of the parents as well, to be very honest, because it's a rubbing effect. When parents see success stories created by their friends' children, they also kind of feel that why should we not encourage our students? So that is something which probably is a huge advantage for you. And don't shy away in expressing your ideas with your mentors. As he said, CPP program or your faculty mentors will be allocated to you very soon. The thing is that if there is an idea which you feel that maybe somebody would laugh at you, or if there is something which you feel that should I say or not say, maybe I am thinking it is fine, but the other person might be feeling really pathetic about it. There's no harm in sharing, let me tell you, because there are two kinds of people. One is a pessimist, one is an optimist. So if an optimist build an aeroplane, the pessimist build a parachute. But both of them are equally important. So you never know what clicks for you and what doesn't click for you. Other than that, I feel one more thing which I, over the years, have felt is that students, some of them are either focused upon their academic part, that they really want to just score well. They really want to academically shine. But when it comes to their personality, I'm not just saying their physical personality in terms of how they look, but in terms of their confidence, in terms of their communication, in terms of the fact that how many of you, if given an opportunity, can come up over here and speak right now, they lack that. And they kind of feel that they can do away in life without developing that particular skill set. But if you really want to be achieving the success which you want to, you'll have to face those hurdles. It's a simple logic. Anything which scares you, trust me, makes you grow. Try to do those things. And obviously you know which ones you don't have to do. But try to do those things which make you feel a little jittery, those goosebumps in the stomach. That can I come over here and speak on the first day of institution, orientation? So these are things which probably will test you initially, will maybe feel sweaty, nervous, but then eventually, trust me, these are the things which will give you that confidence to grow. So be participative. Don't just confine to the one end, which is extreme academics, or the other end, which is extreme extracurriculars. Try to be in the mix of both. That's very important. And I would say that there were parents I saw today who were there leaving their children at the reception, at the gate. Enjoy your phase over the next 3 years, but don't do anything which lets them down. I think we repent certain moments because it's a young age, you're getting this freedom which you should relish. You have to be independent, you have to be responsible. But at the end of the day, we make certain mistakes in the flow of the moment and then we repent. And maybe we feel whatever we feel inside, but then our parents have not, or your parents have not brought you over here or enrolled you with this institution for wrong reasons. So if you don't want to have that feeling, just ensure where to draw that line. Because I don't want to be too harsh or strict on the very first day, but this is a very sorted institution in terms of discipline. So be clear that the first reason for you to be here is to make your career. We want you to be supported for that particular thing. But yes, we want you to have fun, enjoy this phase, come up with suggestions if you have any, but be on the right side of things, right? So with these words, I once again welcome you all to Asian School of Business, and I hope you have a wonderful journey with us for the next 2 years. Thank you so much.